at a desk. They were given one marshmallow and told by the tester they could either have it now, or if they were able to wait just 15 minutes without eating it, they would be rewarded with a second marshmallow. At 4 years old, what would you have done? Honorable judges, teachers, and fellow students, today I will share with you the #1 key to success: delayed gratification. The ability to resist temptation for an immediate reward and wait for a more desirable reward at a later time. The capacity to grasp and practice this simple concept regularly can change your life. Now let's get back to the experiment. 4-year-olds with a marshmallow. Thanks to the hidden cameras, we know what happened. Some of them, right away. Most tried hard to keep their mind off the delicious gooey treat that was placed in front of them. There was song singing, playing, licking, sniffing, ignoring, and just agonizing as the clock ticked. But in the end, 2/3 of the test subjects just couldn't wait and gobbled up their marshmallow. Only 1/3 of the kids had the self-control to wait and earn a second treat. Now this is where the experiment gets interesting. 10, 20, and 30 years later, psychologists followed up with now grown-up kids and found that 100% of those who practiced delayed gratification were leading more successful lives than their peers. Those with the ability to wait for a greater reward at 4 years old went on to have more success in their careers, relationships, and finances. Results also proved that the kids who ate their marshmallow within the 15 minutes just weren't doing as well. They're more likely to have lower job satisfaction, use alcohol or drugs, poor health, divorce, and bankruptcies. We all want to be successful, but the real question is, how bad do we want it? Here's an example. There's a test for school. To do well, we should study. Most students have the best of intentions, but there are so many things that can get in the way of our goals. Studying isn't fun. That's the truth. Watching movies, texting our friends, Instagram, video games, there's a million things we'd rather do. But then the time comes, when the test is placed in front of you. If you gave in to temptation and didn't study, you will struggle. You hand in the test, knowing that you could have and should have done better. Why didn't you open your books and study? It's not that hard, just like resisting a marshmallow. Short-term pain, long-term gain. Excellence and success is never achieved without hard work. Experts now predict that instant gratification will be the downfall of our society. Our generation is growing up not having to wait for anything, and temptations for us to lose focus on our goals are lurking around every corner. Luckily, we have parents who may help us keep on top of things. But people, it's important to remember that they won't be there to hold our hands forever. Let's think of some of the achievements of Sidney Crosby, Michael Jordan, Taylor Swift, and Bill Gates. They practice delayed gratification big time. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. To quote Thomas Edison, the great inventor, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Hard work, self-discipline, willpower. Achieving goals is not easy. If it was, everyone would be a superstar athlete, a celebrity, a brain surgeon, or a rocket scientist. Do you want to do well in school? Study and work hard. Do you want to be rich? Start saving instead of spending. Life is nothing more than a series of marshmallow tests. Delay your gratification, and you will